Now, the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, 2 years ago announced business registration will go 100% paperless. That was in November 2017. Well, years after that promise, business owners are still left frustrated as they chase paperwork and move from one department to the other at the Registrar General's Department to complete registration processes for their businesses. Maxwell Agbagba has more in this Multimedia-DFID project assessing business registration processes for startups.
The time taken for a mere change of name took much longer, way much longer than it took for the registration of a company. I was merely
consultant Marik Kofi Gan sharing his experience about how it took him 3 months to change the name of his existing company at the Registrar General's Department.
The actual registration of my business. It's quite interesting because you would normally have thought that the actual registration process, which is the initial stage of things, it's longer than actually just changing a name. I had to go through like about 4 kiosks or units within the Registrar General's Department, and that excludes the whole payment and banking section of it.
His story mirrors what many new businesses go through to register. The Vice President at the 2017 Third Advancement Lecture Series at the University of Cape Coast announced business registration at the Registrar General's Department is going to be 100% paperless effective November 1, 2017. But nearly 2 years after that announcement, the state agency has not gone fully paperless. There are increasing calls for the Registrar General's Department to reduce bureaucracy and streamline its activities to make the process easier. Although the department recently started a strong digitization drive, some startup owners believe it has not reduced the cumbersome nature of business registration in Ghana.
Largely, if you look at the concerns of many young people, it's about how cumbersome the process is. When you take that process and you put it online, you've actually extended the cumbersomeness. So it will take a lot more. I don't know if you've visited the site. You see that there are videos there and so on to educate people on that, but they don't know who to talk to. If we're able to do that, that would help. The second issue is that there's also the issue of multiplicity of government agencies, such that you've heard the arguments that maybe taking this online will help. But the question is, why do I still need to go to RGD? And then from there go to AMA for a business operating permit. And then from there go to FDA and so on and so forth. Can RGD be a facilitator so that I need not present my documents to all of these people? They need not be physically present at the RGD office. But RGD can facilitate all of these licenses that I need on my behalf. So I don't interact with a lot more people to reduce, again, the corruption, supposed corruption in the system. When I was in Rwanda, I visited the Rwanda Development Board. What they do is that at RDB, when you want to register a business, you also take which other licenses you may so require, whether it's in SNIT, whether it's in fire service license, whether it's in Food and Drugs Authority. That same agency facilitates all of these for you. So you don't need to physically walk or submit any other document to them.
The Chief Executive Officer of the National Entrepreneurship and Innovation Plan, John Kuma, says his outfit is aware of the problem. He says the President Akufo-Addo-led government has put in place mechanisms to help new businesses flourish.
The NEIP is aware of some of the concerns that have been raised by some of the startups. Obviously, the ease of doing business in Ghana has to improve. And I'm happy that the Registrar General is also looking at how they can digitize the process so that we can cut down the number of days that people can go through to have their businesses registered. So obviously a lot of advocacy and policy direction is ongoing to ensure that we are able to assist some of these startups to go through the registration process. In fact, last year, as part of our training, we trained 7,000 startups in Ghana, and one of the training model was how to formalize your business. And of course, registration is the first stage of the business. And of course, after you have registered with Registrar General, you are also required to sometimes register with certain regulatory bodies like FDA, depending on the nature of the business you want to do. FDA, Standard Authority, EPA, among many others. So we have taken a number of these startups through the processes so that they understand. Some of them don't even know how to approach it.